This is Storm of Storm Web Designs, and today I'm going to be talking with you about and educating you on the differences in Wix, PHP, otherwise known as WordPress's interface, and Squarespace. So let's get into it a bit. I keep seeing other providers online asking questions and being advised about how easy Wix is and the fact that Wix is free. So let's get into a few reasons why overall web designers are not crazy about Wix. Now, if you're someone who's not web design savvy, these differences may not mean much to you, or you may not understand these differences, all of which make sense, which is why I'm going to try to explain them to you today. So Wix is meant and has always been meant similar to webs of yesteryear. I don't think that no any longer exists, and I forget what the other little website builder used to be. These are meant for beginners. They're not meant to be customizable. They're not meant to be anything other than cookie cutter. They're one step above those free escort site builders. They're not much better than that. So Wix doesn't really allow, unless to my knowledge a lot has changed over there, but I'm sure they don't because I just redid someone's Wix site not too long ago and moved them over to WordPress. I think they may still be using the Wix website because let's be honest, again, Wix is like super simple, but you get what you pay for. So if you're someone who wants to do edits and stuff on your own, Wix is okay. But usually I've only seen to date, and I'm gonna be honest, 3 or 4 Wix sites over the course of my years when I was a companion that actually might have fooled me and I wouldn't have known they were Wix. Especially those of you who have free Wix sites. And other companions tell girls this all the time. The effort you put into your brand and your marketing shows to your customers. So when you have the free Wix site and it says free Wix website builder all on your site, and they throw these little ads on there and these other things, because this is how they make money when you go free, it's really not a good look for those who are looking at your site. When you pay for your domain and you get premium Wix, again, even though now you've stepped your game up a little bit, the issue still at hand is that you lack the ability to do a lot of customization that you can do with WordPress. WordPress is the most customizable, other than building a site from strictly code up yourself, right? So my partner has the ability to build straight from custom coded sites. These are nothing but coding. These are straight code. These are not WordPress, Squarespace, whatever. They're more expensive, but we do have that ability, and we have built some beautiful ones in the past. They're not going to be as easy for you to edit yourself because it's coding. And if you don't know coding, that might not be for you. But if you want top of the line, nobody else is going to have it. That is the method to do for you. But there's things you can do in between, such as WordPress and Squarespace. Anything, in my opinion, is better than Wix. Wix doesn't give you the ability to customize so much the layout. You can, but it can be janky looking. It doesn't give you the ability to custom control and use CSS controlling controls to control font sizes and colors, and to do graphics and to make things move in a way that you can do if you understand coding, or even if you know how to use Elementor in WordPress. Squarespace used to advise against CSS coding because they were like, hey, if you break your site doing special coding, we won't help you. But now even Squarespace has an area where we can use CSS to help you guys and to make a truly customizable site that's very much you and gives exactly your branding, right? Wix is similar to, the only way I can explain it is you get exactly what you pay for, right? You get what you pay for. And like I said, we've built some really beautiful sites here lately. And girls who were using Wix before will backtrack to their Wix site or to their free escort builder simply because either they're terrified to learn how to use Elementor, or they may not have the time to learn. Whenever we do WordPress sites using Elementor, and you come to me and you say, I want my login information, it is sent to you. It is also sent to you with the warning. Please watch these Elementor videos on how to, if you decide you would rather do your own edits than me, because yes, I charge to do edits. Of course I do. Any web design company does. So you're given the opportunity to learn it yourself if you're a person who can pick up things. You're also given the opportunity for me and my partner to do your edits, and our fees are reasonable. Our editing fees, for the most part, range anywhere from $60 to $120. And most companions, because I was one myself, are able to make that very quickly, usually. So investing $60 to $120 for your edits every now and again when you need them done really isn't that horrendous of a fee, just so you know. Um, the there's this one lady site who I've done recently, and it is absolutely stunningly beautiful. Like, I use it as an example in my portfolio because I did the work. But it appears that she stuck with her Wix site. And I'm saddened by that, not for me, but for her, because the site we built is gorgeous. Every time I give it as an example to other girls who are interested in web design, they fall in love with it. That's the one they mention the most. They're like, oh, I really love blank's site. And it is gorgeous. And if you ever ask me for a portfolio of my recent work or work we have up, you'll see it too. And you'll be like, oh, yeah, that's nice. Because I don't bluff. Our work is good. Between me and my partner slash husband, we have over now at this point, over 15 years web design experience between the two of us. You're in good hands when you come to me, not just because I know what I'm doing, but also because my husband's main job during the day is as the head web designer of a company here in Atlanta. We're not messing around. We're not novices at what we do. Any advice we give you on your website is not us just blowing smoke up your ass. It's for real, the knowledge that we have and that we're able to deliver for you. So back to Wix being what you pay for. Wix is the cheapest car on a used car lot. Now, if you have to go that route, you go that route, right? But let's think about it. If you had the choice between that used bucket on the car lot and a sexy new Camaro or Porsche, which one are you going to drive off the lot with? Which one? Which one is not going to end up making you like have to go through a bunch of stuff? Because a lot of people do these simple sites, they fight against themselves. Oh, I don't want to pay for a site. Oh, I don't want to invest in myself. Oh, I don't want to invest in my business. And then they come back and they're like, hey, I need a site. But then they get scared because they're scared of learning how to edit their site. And then they go right back over there. I don't know about you, but in all my years of being a companion from day one, I never, I think I had a Wix site. I use Wix for little throwaway things. Like when I do assistant work, if a girl doesn't have a site and we just need to get a booking form up, sure, great, let's use Wix because we're just using it for that. But I do not suggest using Wix if you're really serious and you really want a beautiful site that doesn't look like every other companion site out here. A lot of you all also get very stuck in the mold of you see somebody's site or you see a trend in sites and everybody's site looks like it. If I was a gentleman, I would be so bored with seeing everybody's site look exactly the same. Have your own identity. Step out of the box. Be you. Be your brand. Everybody's site should not look the same. When I was a companion, I made sure my site stood out. It never looked like anybody else's site, down to the color combination, down to I mean, it looked like everybody else's in the sense of header, picture, text, but the design, the colors, everybody else had a white or black background. No, not over here. This was my site was purple, green, but I mean it was different. It was me. And I feel like that's important. It gets boring after a while. And it also looks like everybody stole somebody else's idea. When I do websites, I ask girls to give me three examples of sites that they like, right? Three examples. And they'll give them. And then me and my partner will look at them and we never copy anybody's site at all. Will never happen. So if you see somebody saying like, I want this exact site, no, 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 no. We don't do that. That's crazy. We're not going to duplicate someone's exact site because that creates bad blood. And I'm running a business and you're not getting that. We'll try to give you something similar, but I'm always discouraged when I have to do that. My partner's like, they're paying for it, just give them what they want. And I'm like, I'm so tired of seeing everybody's site look the same. And I want to always ramp it up and give you something that's truly different and that's yours based off of the aesthetic you told me about. But some girls just really like to have the site look like everybody else's, and there's nothing I can do about that. The main point of this was Wix is the absolute bottom of the barrel of web design. Point blank, period. Don't at me. Don't get mad. Or you can at me, and I'm still going to have my same opinion. It is the at the bottom of the barrel web design premise to use. Here's how I put them in order: HTML straight coded site. A lot more expensive, takes longer, but man, the results can be amazing. You just probably won't be able to edit it yourself. I'm going to be honest about that. But if you're a person who doesn't have to be a control freak and doesn't mind investing in themselves, that's the way to go. The second thing then is going to be WordPress. WordPress is a monster because it allows customizations, especially in Elementor. We can also do our extra CSS implementations, and it is number one for SEO because it is already set up for SEO. After that, we have Squarespace, also really good for SEO. And now they actually allow some CSS coding, so also a good idea. I prefer, in the order I just gave you, if you're not going to do the top tier dog, which is straight coded HTML, not HTML, straight coded sites. HTML is becoming a thing of the past. It's kind of old school, but that's what we used to call it. So that's what I'm used to saying. Pardon me. Straight coded from the ground floor, no help using any other interface site is number one. Full customization, just beast. Harder to edit and harder to get your SEO to grow, but beautiful work. But if you're like most people and you want your SEO to pick up quickly and you need other things, you want to pick either WordPress or Squarespace. Wix is your bottom choice. Wix does offer SEO also, well, the ability to do it, but WordPress is absolutely, and I do not mean WordPress.com. We do not use that. That will get your site to be gone. We're talking about WordPress only for its PHP interface. We never use WordPress.com to build a site. Never do it. It's a bad idea. Don't ever do that. But there's so much more that I can offer, so much more that we can show you, so much more that we can do for you. But you have to trust the process and you have to trust us to know what we're doing. We currently host about 70 different websites. And like I said, between the two of us, we got about 10 to 15 years experience. I'm not here to blow smoke up anybody's tushy. I'm simply giving you the expertise that I know. And I'm inviting you to check out stormwebdesigns.com. Again, check out stormwebdesigns.com. That site is getting an overhaul. That site's had that same look for a few years, and it is time to ramp that baby up and bring her up to date. But it is up right now just for the basis of you guys being able to see information on my services and fees. Beyond that, that whole thing is about to change, and my business model and structure are about to change. I am running some specials right now through February 20th. When I say specials, I don't mean dirt cheap. I mean reasonable specials for the amount of work and time that web design takes. Okay. So check me out. We're here and we're ready to work for you. Till next time, see you around.